Hello and welcome to another episode of Professionals in Cars. I'm Dan Roy.
Dylan Rooney, glad to have you back.
It's an exciting day, very exciting day. We're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of ordering at a business lunch. You put all that work in to get that meeting. You got the guy over lunch, things are looking good. The last thing you want, like Dylan says, is for your own weird tendencies or weird eating habits or whatever, or your grossness to affect the deal.
That's the last thing we want, and it's the last thing you definitely want.
Yeah. I guess to start, let's talk about just food choices that you should or should not be making.
Yeah, I think that's an important topic.
You don't want to eat anything that's hard to eat or messy to eat. That's kind of the basic standard I have. So for me, that means I'm not choosing to eat or order something that I have to eat with my hands. If I'm eating like a taco or a quesadilla, I'm talking about burgers, anything I gotta pick up, put in my mouth, it's kind of messy for me. It gets all in my hands, and I'm like, what am I have a bad habit of licking what's on my fingers.
So definitely no ribs, no wings, you're saying?
I'm talking, those are great examples. I'm not, yeah. Actually, ribs I could eat with a fork and knife.
See, I think
no wings.
I think that's risky, because you might be judged for eating it with a fork and knife.
Nah.
Depending on who the client is.
I would say
I know I'd judge you if you
No way.
I think I would act the same way.
Yep.
I would treat it as if I'm on a date for the first time.
Yep.
I don't want to have food that's going to be falling out of my mouth. I don't want to be making a mess of my hands. I want to impress the client just as I would want to impress the date. So I think eliminating certain finger foods is definitely ideal. I don't know if I totally agree with maybe a burger or sandwich. I think that's pretty neat for the most part, depending on where you go, especially if you're going to like a more laid-back kind of atmosphere with this client. If it's like more of like a pub or kind of feel, I would order a burger, but I definitely recommend burger, sandwich, panini, whatever you're ordering. I'd cut it in half, make it a smaller portion so you can pick it up and you don't look as aggressive grabbing this mean old burger trying to shove it down your face. I think salad's another risky thing you could order.
Absolutely. I would never recommend ordering a salad, like a big salad. Maybe if you can't help it if they throw a side salad on your plate. You can't help it. But never order a big salad at a business lunch.
And I think eating a salad out is sometimes different than eating a salad maybe at home.
Yeah.
I can try to get multiple leaves on that fork and shove it down my face at home, but at a restaurant, you don't want to have half a leaf hanging off the side of your face.
It's hard. It's hard to manage.
I totally agree. And in regards to that, I think the timing of your order and what you order.
Yeah, good.
Not only the type of food, but the amount of food you order is also important.
Absolutely. At a business lunch, I typically prefer ordering first as the host. I do that because it makes the guest feel comfortable to order whatever he wants.
I mean, I would never order alcohol, but if the client orders alcohol for
Good question.
a drink, what do you do?
Yeah, rule of thumb, I would never order alcohol at a lunch meeting.
No.
Save that for dinner meetings or after work meetings.
Yeah.
I would say if the guest orders first and orders a drink, and if he just does it casually, I'll still just get my normal water or iced tea.
Okay.
If they make like a big play to like, oh, let's get something to drink, then I will do it with him. I'll get a beer or something.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Let's move on.
Drink of the weekend.
Drink of the weekend. I am going to go to my favorite beer. I was drinking one of my favorites. It's by far my favorite beer and definitely my favorite session beer. I can drink quite a few of these just hanging out with everyone. It is called Kronenberg 1664. It's a nice lager. It's if you like the German lagers or anything that's very simple in taste, not a lot to it, this is what you're looking for. It's got that crisp after finish.
Yep.
Again, I can't even give you a lot of hints of any particular taste I'm getting. It's just a simple beer, but it's great for the summer, and for me, it's great anytime.
It's great. It's so smooth too. It goes down so easy. I don't know. I love that beer too.
It's a good one. It's a very good one. I
choice.
recommend it.
Great choice. My drink, it seems like for me, my drinks always have to do something with like the place I'm at too. That's always important, man. I always like the scene, whatever. So
I agree.
So this past Sunday, a friend of mine, we checked out Mario Batali's new spot at the Maritime Hotel called La Serena. What I will talk about was called the Viola. The Viola was again a kind of citrusy summery drink, but it was gin, Hendricks gin, hibiscus, lemon, and prosecco.
That actually sounds really good.
It was great.
I like that a lot.
It was great. Easy to drink, tasted great, good on a nice, warm, fun summer Sunday.
We will have to put up the ingredients for that one because I myself really want to try that.
Yeah,
now.
that was great.
Well, should we take it to the next step and move on to the best thing we saw all week?
Best thing we saw all week. Want me to go first?
Yeah.
So for me, the best thing I saw all week was Maxwell's Prince tribute on the BET Awards.
Very nice.
I love Maxwell. Maxwell's been a big artist in my life for probably the last, I don't know, 15 years or so. I started getting into him. But on the BET Awards, he started off with his new single, Lake by the Ocean. I don't know if that's just a on-purpose riff off of Cake by the Ocean, but that's what it's called. Great song, kind of a sexy song. You kind of want to, listen to it in the right type of environment. And then he sang Prince's Nothing Compares to You. And he just slayed it. The crowd was going crazy. He's known kind of for his falsettos, stuff like that. So.
Okay. Best thing I saw all week actually has to do, believe it or not, with surfing. And I saw Brock Little's paddle out ceremony. Brock Little is a big wave surfer from Hawaii, famous for his for some of the waves he's charged at Waimea Bay in Hawaii. And he recently passed away this February. And they postponed this paddle out ceremony to the summer to make sure that Waimea would be flat and everyone could come out for the ceremony. And for those of you not familiar maybe with the paddle out, it's mostly for surfers or ocean photographers, divers, what have you, people that are very fond and passionate about the sea. They have it usually after the funeral, big paddle out, all family, friends, take their surfboards, boogie boards, whatever you have, get out in the ocean, usually make a big circle or what have you, and have a little memorial service out in the ocean.
That's nice.
And the best part I saw about this one is just the masses that came out. Hundreds and hundreds of people came out on boats, stand-up paddleboards, surfboards, boogie boards, kayaks, what have you, and they're all out in the ocean splashing, making waves, and just celebrating his life.
Yeah.
And something like that is just, I think it's
That's
so cool
great.
to see all the passion. And it wasn't even like a sad moment. You didn't see any tears, really. You saw the joy that
That's
is
great.
celebrating his life, and it was really cool.
I love that. Workout of the week.
It was a tough one this week.
It was running inspired. We're training hard for a 5K coming up.
This is true.
And we did a workout this week that was basically, we used the size of our campus here at work, which is very large. And I would almost have called it like a warm-up around the entire campus.
So we did a solid warm-up around the campus. I would say at least over a mile.
Yeah.
Just casual pace, get the blood flowing, get the legs loose. And we have a pretty hefty hill on our campus. So I said to Dan, so let's try this one out. We did that warm-up, and we're going to do a few hill sprints. And it was tough. How long would you say that hill was?
I would say 200 to 300 meters, something like that.
I'd easily agree.
Definitely longer than a football field.
Easily. And I can't tell you the incline, but let's just say it's a pretty steep incline.
Brutal.
And what we did was we did 3 rounds, all out sprint from the bottom of the hill up to the top of the hill. Again, all out, so you're putting everything you got. Your legs are burning near the end. But once you get to the top, you can walk down, recover, casual walk. But once you hit the bottom of the hill, you're repeating that hill sprint. And we just did 3 rounds of that after the warm-up. A little bit of a cool down walking, but it wore me out.
What are not enough people talking about this week?
Not enough people are talking about, in particular, this article I read just the other night in Men's Health. It was a great read. It was all about how when we make not necessarily big decisions, but when we make decisions on our own, we overanalyze every outcome that could possibly occur, and then we end up usually picking the most convenient decision, one with little consequences.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what the article is trying to say is, when these opportunities come about to make those decisions, whether it be what should you do that weekend, where should you go out to eat, what should I watch on Netflix tonight, whatever that decision might be, try to put yourself in your friend's shoes and what you would suggest to your friend to watch, what you suggest to your friend where he should go. An example they had in the article was a blind date.
Okay.
So most of us, if we were put on the spot to go on a blind date like tonight, we would have all these anxieties about it. Should I go? What if she's weird? What if he's weird?
Yeah.
What if I don't like it? What if I want to leave? And what the article said, if your friend was going on that blind date, you'd be the first person to say, go for it, you'll be having the best time.
Why
What's the worst that could
not?
happen?
Yeah.
Exactly. So the article said, put yourself in your friend's shoes and say, what would you suggest to your friend? And it's such a true
Absolutely.
way of looking at it. I mean, for a Netflix example, like, I'll go to the standard show after time, but I know if I was gonna suggest something new to watch for my friend, I'd be like, oh, I heard great things about this.
Yep.
But sometimes I won't dive into
You're just
that
gonna
episode.
watch Seinfeld every time.
Yeah, I would love to watch Seinfeld all the time. But rather, Making a Murder, whatever that show is,
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
great things. I've suggested it to people, but I won't watch it myself.
Yeah.
So,
For me, not enough people are talking about a specific product. There are a lot of people talking about teas nowadays, right? Iced teas, different type of teas, or herbal teas. They're popular. You know, Tivanas. You know, Starbucks has it going on. The green teas, the black teas. That's popular.
chai
right?
teas.
Chai, you know, that's a popular thing. People are talking about teas.
Yeah,
What I
right.
have an issue with is people are not talking about what I think is the best tea, which is called Incos. Incos is an iced tea. It's cold. It's not a hot tea, and it's a white tea base.
You
And,
sure it's not a printing company?
Kinkos? No, not Kinkos. INKOS, Incos, white tea based, and it's my favorite kind of iced tea. Now you can't really find it very many places. It seemed like it came out around the same time as those Bai drinks, you know, BAI, those drinks.
Oh yeah.
They became popular. So now people are talking about them. You can find them in a lot of stores. These Incos, for some reason, didn't catch on as much, and I feel like they should. And maybe I'm doing this selfishly because maybe it'll get picked up and I can order it, you know, in store. You know, find it in stores way easier. But their original formula is great. It has like a nice ginger base to it. They have different flavors like a white peach, blueberry, strawberry, like a honeysuckle, like a mint type thing. A lot of different flavors. Organic, of course. Everything has to be organic now, but it's, you know, supposedly extremely healthy, and I think it tastes really good.
That's fair. I can't say I've ever had Incos, so I will have to try.
Yeah.
Let you know. Let the viewers know if they should be listening to Dan or not. But
They always should be.
well, that's up for debate. But
Oh, here we go.
that wraps it up. Another solid one on our part.
Absolutely. Thanks for the time, everybody.
Thank you.
Look forward to talking to you again next week.
All right, cutting out.